Hello guy, we are you in time and thank you like we were so watched figuring out this Delta Faucet Lahara 2-handle widespread bathroom faucet which we've going to be showing in this video. Settling on a decision between a couple of handle faucet can likewise decide by the size of your wash bowl. On the off chance that you introduce little wash bowl, there probably won't be sufficient space for 2-handle faucet, and mainly when you live in a small loft, we hugely suggest that you go with single-handle one. Be that as it may, to a few, kitchen fittings can likewise be about style. They can, in any case, utilize 2-handle fixture, in any case, space. 2-handle faucets certainly offer better control to modify water temperature. The vast majority are fluffy about the ideal heat and stream power, and this is the place 2-handle fixture would prove to be useful. The other advantage would be in case of a break, and you can make primarily mood killer the valve of spilling handle while still use water from the other working handle. This sort of faucet is the best choice when you need access to both hot and cold water, mainly when you live in the territory that encounters both cold and sweltering climate. This fixture can likewise bring a pleasant component of style. It looks increasingly luxurious and welcoming, mainly when you pick the bronze topic for your kitchen or restroom stylistic theme. It can bring significant, old-world climate. A few people want to go with one-handle fixture usually don't require both hot and cold water, they live in a zone where the climate doesn't change much consistently. Along these lines, they don't want to introduce double-handle faucet. Much the same as we notice above, you ought to go with one-handle faucet when your current wash bowl is a little. Single-handle fixture is, in reality, increasingly prevalent since it is additionally simpler to introduce and simple to utilize. It just requires a single gap to be removed in the ledge. There is numerous accessible snappy single-handle fixture available, even cutting-edge like a faucet with LED. There are loads of planned components to think about when rebuilding a restroom. In this article, we'll center around 2-handle restroom fixture styles and capacities just as upkeep and bunch of different things you have to consider. Just as being outwardly engaging, restroom faucets ought to be anything but difficult to utilize fitting efficiently into the general tasteful of your washroom. From how the faucet capacities to the completions accessible, this article gives an exhaustive utilitarian review of chosen washroom fixture choices affordable available. Pressure faucets with pressure valves generally comprise of individual hot and cold handles. These valves control the progression of water by methods for a screw-like element in the handle that packs a seal, elastic washer. A pressure valve is viewed as the most straightforward type of faucet valve and can require support sooner than different sorts of pipes. Ball valves are utilized with single switch fixtures. Ball valves don't use washers like pressure valves. The ball valve has openings in it that control the blend and the measure of hot and cold water that is permitted through the gush. Moving the handle changes the situation of these openings inside the valve, which controls the stream. The upsides of a 2-handle across the board incorporate both establishment choices and the advantage of the room. An across-the-board faucet, as a rule, has 8 creeps between the middle gaps of the hot and cold water taps with the gush situated legitimately in the inside. You can mount your 2-handle across the board on either the deck of your sink or vanity or on the divider over your tub. A deck-mounted fixture is the more straightforward establishment choice and something you can destroy yourself a few hours, while a divider-mounted faucet is most likely a decision best left for a total redesign since pipes should stretch out up inside the divider. One clear preferred position of a 2-handle broad fixture is that it is so natural to clean around it. The space among handles and gush enable you to get around bends and edges all the more effectively, diminishing the opportunity for development of soil and grime. The Delta widespread faucet comes with supply lines. InnoFlexPEX supply lines are incorporated into the spigot for one less potential hole point and are advantageously incorporated into the case release-free for life. Precious stone valve, a dual-inserted fired circle, requires no oil and dispenses with wear-on seals, so you can rest guaranteed that this spigot will perform like new forever. Simple installation. Intended to fit 3 opening, 4 to 16-inch across-the-board arrangements. All that you need is as one out of one box, including a planning metal spring-up channel get-together. The individuals who obtained and investigated this restroom fixture valued that it was anything but difficult to introduce and utilize and that it worked well. A few people found that establishment was somewhat dubious, yet with a moment's set of hands, it was made simpler. A few people remarked emphatically on the scoured bronze completion and preferred that it incorporated all association hoses. At the expense of about $140, it doesn't come modest, however, the quality craftsmanship related with the brand, just as the simplicity of setup and utilize more than legitimizes that cost. It has a rating of 4.5 on Amazon with more than 100 individuals assessing it, which we think goes far in persuading mortgage holders to make the speculation.